Heretics by the looks of things, but the op comes in, the shot fired, lands nothing, and now they'll be much more cautious. In fact, the molly gets him. Oh, it's a disaster. 30 HP for Lysor. He's at least got 2, but 8 seconds left. Spike to be planted, players to be dropped, and even saving is impossible. Miniboo's got him sectioned in.
God, a gorgeous interplay. That was the combination of the two players of Rians and Benji. Like, just whether the orb was going up to just keep everybody low as they tried to run in. They also had the snake bite, the cover that was there when the ultimate was being used to make sure that they couldn't properly close him down. Like, it was just perfect from these two. And okay, that was the only risk, was when Berlin got through, but Rians was just about quick enough. And you can see, just combining their utility, working as a team. And again, I said Rians had been a little bit quieter in that first half. He is now 16 and 12. He is climbing up the board and putting them just 2 rounds away after what was looking commanding. Like, this was, again, I think it was both pistols going the way of FPX this time. Again, a very good first half where they ended with a pretty hefty lead, getting that second pistol over the line. And now they've lost 4 rounds in a row. And I think we're starting to see the holes in where this comp is just not as good on the attack.
That's it. They really need to find a solution there, and I'm not sure that's an easy solution to find. Like, 4 rounds in a row, it's not the end of the world. We've seen so many teams recover, and a lot of the times that's going to be necessary. You lose the 4 as you're learning. What are your opponents doing? How can you adapt to it? What are the gaps in your attack? But for FPX, those gaps are hard to plug with limited utility. I need to see Life not going down early round, and I'm not sure I can blame him for it.
You need to see Autumn go for a glass cannon rifle? It's because he's getting tour de force if he gets 1 orb, but it's definitely it's a risk that if he just dies, okay, he sold it. I thought he was. I kind of.
You got the golden gun, man. You go Headhunter alongside shields, and then go for the orb. Well, then you get 1 kill. You've got a big gun, a big sniper. Makes a bit more sense.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wanted him to do it.
I didn't, so I'm quite happy with where we've ended up here.
I'm rolling with the chaos. Chaos is where they've succeeded. Chaos is where they will win. Now they've got a few ults for this one. Young, Guardian. He's going to be better in this round.
I actually think this is over then for Heretics, to be honest. I don't care about Autumn's ultimate. It's Young's Guardian. 3 headshots is a minimum. He might get 4. We'll see.
Yeah, the only thing that will stop him is if it's through.
What?
Yes.
Then he'll only take down maybe 1 player.
If Lysor uses the Viper's Pit while Young has a Guardian, he's trolling. You need to give him the long-range angles. Let him just headshot. But no, for real, at this point, Heretics, A-site, feeling a bit of pressure. They're just going to fall back. They're going to concede the control. That could get Pit down for FPX and give them a real chance to fight for this round.
He's spamming. Woot has somehow managed to dodge every single bullet. There goes that Viper's Pit, but with an immediate response. Both Nightfalls thrown in. Everything being placed into this round by both teams, but they have been able to buy quite a bit of time. Miniboo playing a game with Chicken. Berlin on the other side, and while Miniboo comes out on top, they now have to deal with this man. He goes for a little bit more. They've also lost the Pit. This is a bigger problem now. Life has at least been able to recover 1, but it's left onto Young, and there's a counter Pit in play. He has to make a play into it, and they're watching for this. They're ready for this, but he managed to bypass them. It didn't matter in the end. Benji was waiting, holding that line. And now the difference down to just 1. And as I said, Mitch, they committed quite a lot into that round.
Well, yeah, they committed a hell of a lot. Getting themselves in, counter Nightfall, Pit that then got counter-pitted as well. I mean, this was big investment from FPX. And then we look at this round as well. The fact that their economy was put in. The next round we'll see light shields and rifles for them as well. How Miniboo gets the second, I don't know. And a quick trade from Riens drops the Pit. At that point, that's the defining fight. And as well as that, Miniboo was like 20 HP, pushing through lamps for the first kill he got, just crouched waiting. A ballsy play, and certainly fair to say that, you know, we started this out by talking about his confidence levels. I don't think that's an issue right now. He seems to have found his groove.
He's getting back into it at least, and as I said, that was always going to be dangerous. A streak of rounds, and this would be both maps now, where the FPX have found themselves in pretty hefty advantages, starting to slip in a similar way. It will be a crushing way to go into that lower bracket and of course have to face off against Sentinels. I don't think there'll be many teams that will have had to
EMEA มีกี่ทีม Fnatic Foot เหรอ ทีม Heretic แล้วก็
something
ขู่
they were looking for, but there are multiple players ready and waiting.
จะไม่
The
ผิดโอ้ย
utility is so good though. It's fantastic to
Oi.
support him.
And Young with another.
Ciao.
On his own bit of util out the dizzy to try to get space, but he's denied it. Boo and Woot left with a tough decision. Do they go for this? They've got plenty of cash, so I see no reason why not, but it'll be hard to find it. Okay, player in the corner, but Autumn's clean on the first shot, and the flash leaves Boo in the corner. Autumn can post up, and that's where he's found most of his success in this series. 11-9 now for FPX. They found a little bit of a recovery. This could have been disastrous as well with their credits down to the last, but, well, they're back on the board.
You can see why they want that dimensional drip so bad. Because when Life has that, he uses it to basically pinpoint where the paranoia needs to go, has his own pop flash to leave the players at the back of the site completely blind, and then sticks the landing with it. And that's, there's so much interplay that they can have around that ultimate. The look now will be, what do they do when it's not there? And I actually think that, okay, sure, for Heretics, I understand where there's a pause. You won 5 rounds in a row, you finally lose one, you're 2 away from this map slipping away. But I actually think FPX would have been really happy to have a pause here as well. Because you're now going to sit there and go, okay, we use the ultimates that we knew would work. We were literally farming orbs when there was one